Back. Been gone for a minute. Got somebody peeping in my window. Yeah. Man, how y'all doing? What's up, Wiggins? Dana? I see y'all too. First on deck. I know Big Zach, he live right now, so it might be a minute for people to start following in. But it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, man. Hold on. Let me get this guy out my window, man. What's happening, Hootie Hoo?
Hey, what you doing, man?
Man, I can't call it, brother. Recouping, man. I came back home with the Shot Show funk. What's up, Mike? What's up, Matt? Yeah, man. I came home, man. I got sore throat and coughing. I had to go to the doctor.
I didn't get sick or anything.
Yeah,
I never have. Everybody always talks about the Shot Show funk or whatever. I've never got sick ever.
Yeah, it got me, man. It got me. It hit me hard too. I was like, man, I didn't go to work yesterday. I didn't go to work today. You can hear my voice. Yeah, it's not all there. What's up, Coy? Yeah, man. It hit me hard. I was like, damn. I've heard about the Shot Show funk, but I didn't think I was going to get it. He said that's just what happens when you go to Vegas.
Yeah, I guess.
I didn't even see you out there. Some RGG told me you was there, but I never did see you.
Yeah, I ran into him at range day, and I think once out on the floor too.
Yeah. Congrats on the award, by the way.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, that was my first time going. It was an interesting situation, man. There was a lot of people there. A lot of.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, I think it was like 55,000 people there.
That's what I saw today. Yeah.
Yeah, man. What's up, SD Marine? Yeah, my boy Matt. I think you actually met Matt when I worked at On Target. He was one of the guys that worked there with me.
Short guy?
He was a bigger guy. He always wore suspenders. He kind of looked like Al Borland from the Tim the Tool Man.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm sure I met him a bunch of times.
What's up, Walt E? Jason? Yeah, it was interesting, man. Did you see the shotgun? I just premiered the video right before this live. It's a guy, Wilkinson Tactical. I think he's out of Colorado. He had this dope shotgun. Hold on, man. Somebody else peeping in my window.
What's up, fool?
Gucci Glock Mark. What's up, man?
Yeah, man.
Shoot, I can't call it, brother. Man, this Hootie Hoo. I don't know if y'all met each other before.
Nah, what's going on, bro?
Hey, good to meet you.
Good to meet you, man.
You can't miss this dude, man. He like 6'5" or something.
I just saw your Instagram sitting there with the Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, dude. Yeah, when I seen him, I was like, nah, I gotta get a picture with this guy.
Yeah,
that Sasquatch is a big dude too. He's a big dude in there. The dude in that Sasquatch is a big guy.
Yeah, that's a big dude. Did you see that picture I posted with the NFL player? Man, that dude was like 6'8", bro. I came up to his shoulder.
Ooh. How tall are you, Dre?
Yeah. 6'1".
Man, I feel like you was taller than that.
No, 6'1", man.
The guy with the Raiders shirt on, I see that.
Yeah, he played for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude was huge. And then the second day, we was walking downstairs and passed a dude that made him look like a kid. Dude was a giant, man. I was like, you a Sasquatch for real. That dude was huge, man. I don't think I've ever met a human that big.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It was a good experience, though, bro.
Yeah, Wiggins said I'm a mental giant. But yeah, that shotgun. So this dude literally took the AR-10 and added 12 gauge to the calibers that are running that 12 in the AR-10 platform. It was literally All AR-10. He used the AR-10 bolt and everything. He just modified the bolt carrier, but he just modified the bolt and changed out the barrel and did a couple of other tweaks to it. But everything in the gun is standard Eugene Stoner AR parts.
I see it now. Wilkinson Tactical.
Yeah. And he could just, if you wanted to switch it to a 308, you just pop the pins, take the upper off, and slap the 308 upper on there. It was pretty cool.
Hey, Dre, did you see the X1 Defense? They got that firearm that don't need takedown pins. It just got like a little.
Just push the button and just pop the upper off.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. What's back?
Man, there's a lot of people tapping on my window tonight. Say Fool Lonzo, what's up?
AKA Pistol Packing Zoe. Hey, I like to let him go. What it do?
Man, chilling, man. I came back with the shot show funk, as they call it. What's up, Shannon?
No, man.
No, you came back with what?
The shot show funk, man. Sore throat, coughing and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because you was out there mixing and mingling.
Yeah, I was moving, man. I was moving.
Yeah, man. We shot show, something to eat, back to the hotel.
Yep, pretty much. No, I didn't make it to the Haley Strategic booth. Was they even there? I didn't even see them.
Shot show was dope.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing you saw at that Hootie Hoop?
Man, I don't really get too excited about anything, but that's just the way I am. But something interesting was Taurus's bolt action. I never thought I'd see that, and then they come out with a bolt action.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Also, something, I stopped by the booth, but there was like 100 people there.
Yeah.
So I just kept on going and meant to come back. But then I saw today Aero Precision talking about a lever action. Did you see that?
I saw it. I got to check it out at range day.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice, man. It's really tactical. It's got a lot of M-lock on it and stuff. So
that's cool.
For the purists that like lever actions to look like a Henry or something, they are absolutely gonna hate it. But for the people that like myself, you know what I'm saying, I would buy it just because it's, you put lights and stuff like that on it. But
did you see the Stag Orange one? That's more the traditional one.
Yeah, that's the same company. Well,
I know the same company, but they got different ones. Like, so the Stag Arms is the more traditional one, and then the tacked out one is the Aero one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Stag Arm, I saw that one, but he wouldn't let me shoot either one of them. He said somebody broke it trying to load ammo in the hole they weren't supposed to and blew the spring out in the middle of the
hole. Dang. That's good.
I was like, how the hell you do that? He said somebody was trying to force ammo in there and they weren't supposed to, and it shot the spring out. So it was laying out in the middle of the rains, and they wasn't gonna call cold rains to go get it, so they just wouldn't let nobody shoot it.
Yeah.
But Arrow had some nice stuff out there, man. They brought some heat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Arrow doing their thing for sure.
Nice shit.
Yeah. What do you think about the Daniel Defense H9? What y'all think about that?
Man, didn't make it. I didn't make it to it.
Damn.
It was so. Hey, it was, bro. We did so much walking. Yeah, brother. Like, if you trying to record and handle business, nah.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard, bro. You're not gonna make all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because what I did was I was recording, and as soon as I cut the video off, I was like, so who do I need to talk to? And then I go to the next one. I record. As soon as I got through recording, who do I need to talk to?
What's up with the lever gun craze? Lever guns need to stay where they belong in 1874.
I mean, that's just nostalgia. I mean, you gotta have one in your collection.
I don't have one.
And and I don't either. That's what I'm saying. I want a specialty one that I can pass down, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hootie, you
'Cause they
got
work,
lever actions, don't you?
huh?
Who? He got lever actions, I think.
Yeah. I got a 30-30, a 32, and I actually just sold my 45-70 to the pawn shop to get something else, but I wanted to get that's because it wasn't threaded. I gotta get a 45-70 that's threaded.
Oh yeah.
So you
Yeah.
put a can on it, yeah.
Hold on. Somebody else peeping in my window. What's up, Clover Tech?
What up?
Bro, Tech, what it do, brother?
What's up, man?
Not a lot.
So you still in the car, ain't you, man?
Nah, man, I'm on the hotel balcony here in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Ah, okay. Yeah, man. What was your favorite gun and shot? What was your favorite thing in shot, rather?
Um,
What is sir?
I don't know. I kind of like that. I like that Diamondback, that new revolver from Diamondback. I think
Revolver.
that's going to be a yeah.
Yeah, did you get to shoot that at range day, Hootie?
No, I
The
didn't
Diamondback revolver?
shoot anything.
You didn't shoot anything. You just went to range day and walked around.
That's what I said, man. I don't get excited about much. I went there, I filmed what I needed to film. I shook the hands I needed to shake, and I left.
I respect that.
I'd rather be at my house shooting guns.
Yeah.
True
Yeah.
that.
Tennessee Goddess, what's happening?
Hey, not
Yeah,
everybody shooting at their house.
yeah. Man, I tell you what, that ACE training thing, that virtual reality thing, man, that thing was fire.
I wanted to try that.
I ain't made it to that either, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It felt like SHOT Show was a blur. That's how I honestly feel.
I tell
That's
you
how
what,
it went by like that.
There was too many people there is the problem.
Yeah.
So the last 2 years, I could get all my business done. Bing, bang, boom. Hey, how you doing? Let's do this. Blah, blah, blah. Talk to who I want to talk to. Got my list right down the row. This year, I had my plan. Here's 20 people I'm going to see day one and talk to them. I only talked to 2 of the people on the list. Everybody else was either too busy or there was a crowd of 100 people around them and I couldn't talk to them. Whether I had a meeting with them or not, it's just, and I don't have. To me, time is money. I don't wait in lines. If I got to wait in line, see you.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
There was like 5 companies that I really wanted to talk to, and I didn't get to just because there's too many people there, and I wasn't about to just sit there and wait to try to talk to somebody.
Oh yeah, see that's what my problem was too. If I get there and it's like a couple minutes past, okay, I'm gone. I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and wait. There's too many different companies here for me to sit and wait on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was the same way.
Yeah,
There was too many people that I just kept moving.
Well, realize too, gentlemen, that SHOT Show really doesn't have anything to do with us being there and taking up that time. That they're all there to do business and make money.
Yep.
And if but don't get me wrong, if they're talking to just cutting it up with other people at SHOT or whatever in their booth and they don't have time for you, that's one thing. But there was a lot. I will say this: I went to a couple after events, and pardon me, by the way, I'm hoarse because of those after events. Every one of them was outdoors, but I went to a couple of after events, and I noticed at those after events, I didn't notice on the show floor this year right away. But I went to those after events, and I noticed there was a lot of dealers at those after events. I'd never seen that many dealers. I kept having conversations with people like, hey, how are you? What do you do? Oh, I got a gun shop, so-and-so. And then, like, I would notice on the shop floor the next day, like, there was a ton of dealers and stuff there. So there was a lot of business, between dealers and manufacturers and distributors and stuff being done this year, a lot. So it doesn't surprise me, Hootie, that you wasn't able to get that FaceTime that you're used to the last couple of years.
That is true. That a lot of them said exactly what you just said. A lot of them said that. the ones that were free and were able to talk. A lot of stuff was kind of luck too. Kind of caught them at the right time. The people that because I talked to a lot of people. We
Yeah,
really
definitely.
kind of caught them at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Because when we tried to circle back, it wasn't either they was gone or they was in a meeting. You know.
I tell you
I
what,
caught I caught two of mine the last day of shot within the last hour of shot, maybe even within the last 30 minutes. I caught two of them that I needed to talk to finally.
man,
Damn.
I think what was crazy. So you know, the whole thing. You know, you get your carry permit. They like, don't be carrying in places that sell alcohol and this type of shit. And there was so many booths. You walk up and they're like, here you go. And they just hand you a cup of beer, a
For
cup of
real.
wine. Like, damn, what
For real.
the hell?
Well, I think that's
Yeah,
because they took all the firing pins, and I don't think you was actually allowed to carry at the event anyway.
yeah, I don't think you were either, which is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Nah, yeah, it ain't weird. It make a lot of sense,
It,
especially
it,
what
it kind of
what
makes sense,
happened out there before. You know what I'm
but after
saying?
getting in there and seeing how many people it was and all the alcohol, I'm like, yeah, you don't need nobody carrying guns over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm
Well,
pretty
that
sure because I didn't carry. Shoot, I didn't even want to take no chance, and I was like, nah, I ain't gonna even. I
well,
was
with that many, with that many people, you know, what are the odds that somebody? I mean, there's morons out there that carry. I hate to say it, but they are.
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah.
I know a guy in one of my local towns that has had to go pick his handgun up from the local law enforcement like two or three times now because he left it in public restrooms when he went in there.
Wow.
And somebody called it in and said, "Oh my God, we found a gun in the restroom." And all they do is if he can get in trouble for it, they just call him and he goes down and they give him some harsh words, and then he picks it up. So I know for a fact there's morons out there. So what happens at a shot show when there's all of these rules are in place so that you can pick the firearms up and you can pull the triggers and you can manipulate them and do all the things you need to do. And what happens when some moron has their carry piece and they pull it out to show somebody, because you see that happen too. The people carrying concealed and they go to show their buddy or friend or whatever in a public place. I've seen that happen too. And then for whatever reason somebody gets hold of it, and all it takes is that one time, and all it's got to be nobody even has to get hurt. Can you imagine just a discharge, just a negligent discharge of shot?
Ooh,
That's all. That's all
that'd
it
be
takes.
bad.
Yeah, that's all it takes, man. And shot wouldn't be at that venue anymore. I can tell you that much.
That's yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at that membership status for this man. Talking about supporters. That's what I'm talking about.
Already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it was a lot of people. I was making deals with people like at the bar, outside getting hot dogs. Like I came on with so many business cards, man. There's so many plugs. I got so much stuff that's supposed to be coming. It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand it, but the smoking areas, dude, are unbelievable. I realized that my very first year, and I can't tell you from year to year to year how much business gets done. Let me back up because it's even more than that. How many relationships are started, which is even more important than the business because that's my tactic. My tactic is I want to know those people with that company, and then move into a working relationship from there. And it all starts, man, with that smoking area. When it starts out there, they let their guard down. It's a lot more personal. Uh, you can talk about hobbies. I mean, obviously, you have smoking in common, right? So, um, it just kind of you don't have to have that icebreaker, and you don't really have to give that elevator speech like you do if you formally walk into a booth. And I don't know. I mean, I know there's a few non-smoking people that hang out in those areas every now and then. Just because of that.
Hey, what's up, RGG?
What to do, RGG?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I feel like I don't feel like you really had to approach people with a whole lot of sales pitch at some booths, they didn't even want to talk to you like that. I'm like,
hey, Dre, I'll tell you what, I don't mean to cut you off, but you can get the feeling if they
yeah,
rocking with you or not pretty fast. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I went to one booth right out the gate. It was like maybe the third or fourth one I hit, and just getting somebody to even talk to you was a pain in the ass. But when I finally talked to the dude, I could tell by dude's energy, like his energy was so off. Like the footage that I got from him, I'm probably not even gonna post
Not all of us are big time like Hootie Hoo, man. We can't go out walking in there and get the red carpet.
it. Who did
No.
man?
I don't even talk to people anymore. I've had so many people tell me no. I quit talking to people.
Get down.
If you want to talk to me, come find me. That sounds like I'm not trying to say big stuff or anything, but I'm so sad from people telling me no. I don't even ask anymore.
Yeah.
That's why I say I went to range. I went to range day. I did what I had to do, said hi to, had to, and then left.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
I will rather buy your gun and shoot it than you give it to me, or me
Man,
ask you.
Some of the attitudes were so bad, bro. I won't even buy your gun and shoot it. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, I really didn't really catch like a bad attitude, but I can tell like some of them they weren't really trying to hear it, you know.
Well, I don't really give them, and everybody's got their own way of doing things, right? I don't really, like I said, I got a little different approach. It's honestly, man, it's grown and evolved over the years, and it's way too much to talk about in the coming time we got here. I completely manipulate the conversation, but it, like I said, I can't stress enough. It starts with like a relationship, and you don't give them the opportunity to say no, because at the show you don't necessarily propose things that they can say no to. You don't give that hard and fast. We got to close things here, type thing. You kind of plant that seed. Here's my project. Here's the upcoming thing. Here's the new idea. And I normally start out with, hey, I'm so and so. I know you're busy. You're here to make money. I don't want to take up that much of your time. Here's my pitch on this, whatever project I have with that particular company. Blah blah blah. Let's swap, if you don't mind. Let's swap cards, and we'll follow up in a week or two, right? And do you get more no's than yeses? You're always going to get more no's than yeses, right? But um, the yeses at some point, I'm I'm happy. I mean, I walked out a shot this year with my goals completed. Um, Now, does that mean that I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish? Nope. I'll get home and I'm going to be really disappointed at a lot of things that I forgot to do, I overlooked, I didn't have time to do, whatever. But as far as my basic goals, they were completed. So, I can't complain. It does me no good to sit and complain about this company or that company that may or may not, end up telling me no, when at the end of the day, I got what I wanted to get.
I totally agree with that. And honestly, that first day I didn't even record. I was just soaking it all in because it was my first shot show, and I don't regret it. I still got a lot of good footage, but I didn't even get a chance to circle back and make it back to those people that I talked to the first day. But it just the experience for me, it was a goal within itself I already accomplished because that was one of my goals to make it to SHOT Show.
Right.
Well, your first shot show, man, it's a throwaway almost, in my opinion. Uh, there's so much getting used to it and understanding, because there's really no way to prepare for it until you get out there. And that's what I tell people: is people that have, opinions both good and bad and SHOT Show, that's never even been to SHOT Show. And it's like, until you've been to SHOT Show, and I'm sure it's your first time now, getting that under your belt, you can agree with this. Until you go, you really don't have a clue.
Facts. I agree.
Yeah. You can think you're prepared because, I've been watching SHOT Show videos for years. I've been registered to go for a couple of years, and I had to cancel. and I thought, watching other people's videos, I was prepped. But when I got there, everything that I had mapped out, that shit was just like, it just got
Man, 'cause
window, bro.
yeah, bro, it's a lot. It's a lot, but I think more so for me, I've already built quite a few relationships, so I pretty much got to talk to everybody that I want to talk to. Now it was a lot that I didn't because, like I said, it was so big and it was, man, my feet was hurting. Say towards the end, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I don't even feel like talking no more. I'm ready to go to the room.
Man, it's crazy, bro. Like, I knew it was gonna be a lot of walking, and RGG kept saying, he said, "Look, man, whatever
Yeah,
the
hey,
most walking you ever did
that
was
is how you break it down when you first start talking.
Now I got a question. Dre, didn't you have a buggy? Didn't you ride around on a cart last year?
No, that was
Was
Big
that?
Zach. This was my first time going.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
Big Zach.
I had you mixed up. I couldn't remember. I didn't know if that was you or not. I was like, okay. When I seen you, that was my thought. I was like, what? Didn't he have a name last year? I'm like, what?
No.
Like, he
Me and
ain't
Queen
walking.
talking about renting one, and I was like, man, I ain't finna do that shit.
Hey, on the cool, it wouldn't be a bad idea, boy. That was a
I
lot.
said,
Boy,
Man,
my feet was killing me at the end, boy.
when
I'm
I
talking
read
about
that shit,
tender.
when I read that
It was,
wrap up email from Shot Show, and it said 55,000 was in attendance and uh,
Man.
13.6 square miles of aisles or whatever.
bro.
Like, damn.
All right. Well, I tell you, a cart will slow you down. Um,
Yeah, trying to
that's
get around.
what. That's what I. Yep, that's what I've heard from the people. I mean, you got to worry about going elevator. You got to worry about. Dang, what am I thinking? Yeah, you're right. Getting up and down in between aisles and tight spaces and stuff like that. And the elevators and it's going to slow you down. So unless you absolutely need it, and I get it. I don't know if you guys know Tony Simon, but
Yeah, Tony Simon.
Big Tony. Yeah, see, Big Tony had to get a cart this year. He messed up his knee shortly before coming out here. And at race day, man, you could see the pain on his face. His knee was killing him. And so anyway, he ended up getting one of those carts and riding around. And he said firsthand, he's like, it's nice because at least I can still get around, right? But on the other hand, it sucks because it's much slower than trying to walk. You can't bob and weave and move nearly as well.
Zach said it didn't slow him down. He said it didn't slow down nothing. He said it saved his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think it's not used to next miles out?
Why you say it
Somebody,
like this, bro?
it had to.
Say it like that.
Whether he
how he said it though.
Yeah, that's how
whether
you
he
said it.
whether
What
he
I'm laughing
knew
at.
yeah whether he knew it slowed him down or not, maybe. But fact is, it did because that's just physics, man. It's going to.
Yeah, for real though. I mean, you got a point there because I mean, like you said, like if you gotta go up an elevator, and there was a lot of this year. I can't speak for previous years, but this year it was a lot of bobbing and weaving going on.
Oh yeah,
The people stop right in front of you while you're
dude.
walking.
That's why I like being a little short dude, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can cut up in under people and around people. I look like Barry Sanders breaking through the line, man. When I'm running through the floor, and I can navigate pretty good and jump around people and all that. If I was a bigger guy, I wouldn't have that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's so many people, and you got people that walk in front of you. Like you'll be walking, and they'll see you, and they're like right here. They'll see you, and look at you dead in your face, and just walk right in front of you. So I started making little slick ass comments, and was like, "Man, you rude motherfuckers." You know what I'm saying?
That's a direct comment. That ain't no slick.
Yeah. Well, realize again, the vast majority of people there are not in the capacity of media. Those 55,000 people, 2,500 in media, right? That ain't even that's what 2.5% or something. It ain't much. And so, well, no, I guess it'd be more like 5%. Anyway, so they're oblivious. Really, most of the people walking that floor are oblivious to the fact that media is even there. And even further, they're oblivious to the fact that a lot of times we have schedules and we got to get all the way across the show. I'm talking from the furthest point to the furthest point, and we might have 10, 15 minutes to get there,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, and they don't have that. They're just lollygagging down through the aisles. The number of people that'll congregate and meet up in the middle of an aisle, drive me flat up the wall, you know? It's like, man, if you wanna shoot the shit, that's fine, but move over to the side a little bit.
So
That's my biggest pet peeve.
what's
Slow
that?
drivers and slow walkers.
Mhm. I
I
hate
got
that
something
too.
to cheat.
Yeah.
If I wanted to walk around or real slow, I'd go back and sit in my room, not just. I kept
Nah,
calling
for
people
real, yeah.
turtles. Go, go, go.
I agree with that.
So
You're
Queen,
big enough who you are to be able to step over and keep on going.
yeah, man. The Queen told me it was Lonzo, you was walking with us. You and Mark, y'all was walking with us when we was going over. I think we was going over to Nightstick, the light people, the weapon light
Yeah.
people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was walking, and Queen was like, "Damn, I ain't never seen you walk this fast." But
You
at
kind of
that
got to, bro. You got to.
man, my feet was hurting. I was
Boy,
tired.
oh my God.
I'm ready to go. It's almost time for the show to end for the day because it was like what? It was like 5 o'clock when we went over there. So we
Yeah,
stayed till like almost to the
I,
show in that day.
man, I'm telling you now, bro. Next year, I'm wearing the most comfortable shit you can find. I don't give a shit how they look. Next year, I'm wearing for sure some walking shoes.
But you
Because
gonna
when I
you gonna
say
get some slides next year.
nah, that's what I'm saying. Whatever the comfortable thing I can find. But tennis shoes is not it. Boy, my feet
As
was killing me.
as somebody who has wore pretty much every type of shoe you could possibly wear at SHOT Show, I can say good luck with that. And if you figure out the recipe for that, I sure hope you share it with everybody because I wore 4 days in SHOT Show floor. I wore 4 different pairs of shoes. None of them were new. They were all broke in. They had been worn before, and my feet still hurt at the end of every single day.
Whew. Oh my God, man. That was if it was anything, that's the only gripe I have. That and besides the room I had, that shit was nasty. But other than
Man,
that, my feet, man, oh my goodness.
so
I tell you what helps is sit down. And you don't want to do that very often. But, if you get into a booth or you have a conversation or you have a situation where you have you have people, they got a table and chairs in their booth. Say, hey man, how can we grab this table and sit down and chat instead of standing there, right? Even if it's just for a 5 minute conversation, because that adds up over the course of the day. And
I agree.
it won't keep your feet from hurting. They're still going to hurt, but they may
It give
not
you a little
hurt as
break
bad.
though.
Yeah, it may not hurt as bad is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he said he had some sketches with some Dr. Soul inserts. He walked 13
Hey, I'm
miles.
gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what I did see. I seen a whole bunch of Nike Monarchs.
So those Pumas I was wearing, those were made for walking. The soles are like that thick. And so it's like walking in pillows. But out there, after a
Man,
while, it's like they don't even work no more. Queen was she had Air Maxes on when we went to Rains Day. They got dirty. And then
oh yeah.
she had the what's the Nikes? The Shocks when we was going through the show floor. And her feet was still hurting.
Yeah, never wear good shoes to raise day, man. There ain't no point in that.
Yeah.
They're gonna get nasty. It rains, I
Yeah.
swear. I think there's one range day in all the years I've been going that there wasn't at least some type of rain. And so you're dealing with all you dealing with all the sand, the dirt and the sand, but then potentially the mud too. And I never wear a pair of my good shoes to range day.
Hey, hold on. I gotta address something. I have not heard a smoke alarm beep yet on this panel. And he keeps commenting about the smoke alarm.
What?
And hold on, where you go? Wiggins. He keeps commenting about that smoke alarm. Big Zo,
Yeah.
I guess Big Zo hears it too, but I haven't heard it yet.
Does it sound
Man,
like this?
hey, y'all worry about the
Hey.
wrong thing. Listen to the conversations we having, man. You know,
Hey, does it sound like this? Any chance? I just heard it. I just heard it.
I just heard it.
It sounded like mic feedback or something, but it sounded like me.
Yeah, I just heard it. But yeah, man. So I know how many times you been to Shot Show Hootie Hoop?
3 times.
How many times you been in Club Attack?
Man, this is 7 or 8.
woo.
Yeah.
So out of all the shows y'all been to, which one would you say was the best one you went to?
First one after COVID, the COVID break. You know, that one that was canceled because of COVID. The next one back.
So that one, the COVID one, was the first one I was set to go to, and it got canceled. And then the one after that, I didn't think they were gonna have it, so I just didn't sign up for it. And then they had it anyway. And then I made it this year. Last year I couldn't make it because of stuff going on at the shop, but I made it this year.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I didn't go. I wanted to go last year, wasn't able to make it, and then when I started seeing the video, I said I'm not missing next year. I made a point to be there, and I don't think I'm gonna miss another one. I just like Vegas anyway. So
Man,
Yeah.
I was gonna go last year too, but shit, I just started YouTube last year. So this shit wasn't gonna happen anyway.
Man, if I knew now what I knew during the one that would come back from COVID, jeez, man, would I? Oh, and I did good at that show, but man, it would have been. It makes me sick to think what I could accomplish at that show if I'd known now. You know, then what I know now.
Yeah. Yeah, I came in wanting to look at cool shit. And I did, man. Like, some people had some really cool stuff. Like, Palmetto State Armory, they had a lot of what they would call, they kept referring to them as concept guns.
concepts, yeah.
But they had a thing up on their website where you go through and vote for them. And I can't remember what the exact name of that one was, the X57 or something like that. I think that right there is going to be the dopest one that they release this year if they actually go ahead and go through with it. Because that MP5 joint that they was going to do, they said it was too complicated to do what they need to do with it. So they just
Scrap the idea.
Yeah.
So, hey, Hootie, did you have any booth appearances this year?
No.
Did I have any what?
Booth appearances.
No.
You know,
Hold on. Somebody peeping in my window.
uh-oh.
It's this guy. What's up, man?
DG, what it do, brother?
What's going on, fellas?
Welcome back to Chirac, brother.
Welcome back to the cold weather, man. What's going on, everybody?
Hanging out, man.
Chilling, brother.
Everybody that made it back home? Or y'all still out there?
Man, I'm back at the crib, man.
Yeah, I'm at the crib. You still? Where you at? You said you on a hotel balcony.
Yeah, I'm in Flagstaff, Arizona, man. I'm we'll stay tomorrow night in Amarillo, Texas, and then sometime Monday we'll roll into the house. So we always take about 3 days going back. We drive straight out, man. My wife and I swap driving. It's 20 to 24 hours drive straight going. But coming back, we always stay 2 nights. So we make a 3-day trip coming back to just kind of take it easy and chill. Because, man, shot week's rough, dude. 4 hours sleep at night. 15-mile walking during the day. All the talking and everything else you do, go running. So just kind of take it easy going home. Is what we do.
Yeah. Man, I didn't even see Maxpedition, VanQuest, or 511. I did see Vertex, though. They always got some dope stuff. So there was so many people. I didn't even go over there.
I was curious, Hootie, if you had any of those, because I didn't. Usually when those are going on, folks they'll text me and they'll go, "Hey, I got a booth appearance, so and so. You ought to drop by and hang out. Get more people in the booth. You know what I mean? make it kind of look good for that. And I didn't get a single text this year. So either I guess people don't like me or they didn't have a booth appearance. I guess.
Man, we all ain't famous like Hootie Who and RGG, you know what I'm saying? Say Fool Lonzo, you know what I'm saying? They the celebrities on the panel.
No, I didn't have no appearances either.
The only little thing I did was, did y'all see in the lobby out there they had that four-wheeler covered up?
The four-wheeler
covered up?
Yeah.
Kawasaki and True Timber launched a brand new four-wheeler. So I did a little thing out there and filmed a thing with them.
Now was that the Hootie Who edition?
Yeah.
No, it's the True Timber Strata edition Kawasaki Brute Force. But yeah.
Well, you got to pitch harder for the Hootie Who edition next time, man.
Is it it would have been funny to see an anti-2A person there. Yeah.
There were some there. The problem is they're incognito, clandestine. They're not going to reveal themselves, but they're going to walk around and they're going to jot down, make note of any little thing they can write a bad article about.
Well,
yeah.
Last year they were out there at the range day. Do you remember that?
What, the anti-2A people, the ATF, or what?
Yeah, like the whole last mile of the road, there was like a sign every 5 feet.
Yeah. What was beautiful though was the county, whatever county that is, shut that crap down. Let them pick them up. Let them go pull them all up. They were out there they were there when we went in, but there were just a few straggling ones whenever we left. And there were several people that would be in the know anyway that told me that the county caught wind of it and said, no. You got a permit for that. You can't do that. We're going to charge you with all kind of littering and all kind of other stuff. You don't go pull those up, which I thought was pretty neat.
Yeah. I think that ACE thing that you showed us, RGG, that ACE training thing, the one with the GOG virtual reality thing.
Oh yeah,
that was probably one of the most interesting things I saw out there, really.
Yeah, that was cool. That was real dope.
Yeah, I think that right there, that'll get a lot of people training for sure. I did like the Ace 9. It was dope. That new 6 Max, 6mm Max, I think that thing's gonna take off and go crazy once people start hearing about it.
Now, did you see the MP5 clone that SDS Imports is putting out? You get a chance to see that?
That was an interesting thing right there, because when I went there to shoot that, me and the guy was sitting there talking, and I had shot the MP5. He just stopped and just looked at me. He was like, "Did you used to work at On Target in Murfreesboro?" I'm like, "How the hell?" I was like, "Yeah." That ran Head Down Firearms, which the owner of On Target was the guy that owned Head Down. I was like, "Oh damn, okay." So yeah, I'm definitely coming.
The industry, man, the industry is connected like that big time. That's why you got to be careful, dude. There's so many creators that go out there and they'll burn bridges. Who can probably nod or whatever. I can't see them on the screen. But that's why it's important to have some kind of integrity, you know. And if you can't do the work, you know, if you can't be honest, then just don't do it. Just don't commit to anything, because you do one company bad, and I can guarantee you they know 10, 15, 20, 25 other companies that if your name ever comes up, you won't ever work with those either.
Yeah. I didn't see Zenith, but my guy over at SDS, I asked him about their MP5 clone, and he said that it's made I think it's the same people that make the one that Century Arm imports. It's made on the same machinery and tooling.
And it's a decent little clone, man. I'm not gonna lie about that Zenith. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
I've heard good things about it. I've never shot one, but I heard good things about it though.
Yeah, I didn't get to shoot the H9, but I definitely got hands on with it, and that thing is sexy. I like the original one, but they said that out of the 20 patents, they only kept 3. They completely redesigned the gun, basically.
So, Hootie, did you see that? Did you see that lever action 300 blackout that Henry has? It takes the PMags.
E-Mags.
I saw people posting about it on Instagram, but I didn't see it at range day.
Dude, that thing is cool as a cucumber, man.
I'd like to have 300 blackout and shoot it suppressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a threaded barrel. So yeah,
Yeah.
the one at range day they had was suppressed.
Well, did any of y'all shoot the 6 Max at range day that went to range day? You didn't shoot it, RTG?
What's that?
At 6 Max.
No, man, I had a weird experience because I didn't want to shoot nothing that I can't have.
I feel you on that.
Why can't you have it? Oh, damn, I forgot. Damn.
Oh shit!
Bro, you couldn't shoot nothing at range day then, huh?
Pretty much. Couple pistols.
Man, so the 6 Max is interesting because out of a 10.5 barrel, it's leaving the muzzle at 3,000 feet per second. And then he said that out of a 10.5 barrel, it's leaving the muzzle at 3,000 feet per second, and at 200 yards, it's still just now hitting that 2,000 foot per second threshold.
What bullet is it? 6 millimeter bullets or what?
6 millimeter max. He said they basically stretched out the 5.56 a little bit, put more powder in there, and the projectiles are 57 grain, 83 grain, and 105 grain.
Wow.
He said they was grouping on 8-inch plates at 1,000 yards with a 12-inch gun. He said out of a 16-inch gun, it's still supersonic at 1,000 yards.
I'm in Illinois, man. We can't have anything, Tommy boy.
Yeah, they can't have nothing over there. Hell, they can barely have themselves over there. Shit. That I did get to shoot the is it TSUS? I got to shoot their 2011s. And those
TSUS.
Yeah, that was some nice 2011s, man. I got an Apollo on the way. I'm looking forward to checking that one out. And then I shot the Aliens that was out there.
How'd those shoot?
Man, that Alien is fire, man. It shoots really, really nice. And
It's flat. It's flat shooting too.
Yeah, and one of them had a suppressor on it that's made specifically for that gun.
So did they have like the old one and the new one so you can feel the differences?
Yep, they had both of them.
So could you tell? Did they?
I didn't really notice a difference in shooting the two, to be honest. They shot about the same to me. They both shot really flat. It didn't have recoil at all. But they both shot really flat. The one with the suppressor though, man, that suppressor was crazy. But yeah, I've shot a lot of guns, but that one, it shot really nice, man. But it's just so damn expensive, bro. It's like $7 grand. Like, man, hold up. Yeah, the grip.
Yeah, I can't justify spending that much, brother. I just can't do it.
Yeah, man. All right, Wiggins. Appreciate you coming through, brother. Yeah, I don't know, man. And Big Fish said, I never saw none of y'all. Yeah, we was
man, it's a lot of people. And you know what? If it's one thing that I thought would be different, it would have been there. I thought I was gonna see everybody. I didn't realize how big the show actually was.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot less content creators there this year, from what I noticed. I mean, somebody brought that to my attention, but then when I thought about it, I'm like, it wasn't.
Well, you know where I saw the content creators? Every time there was a booth with free drinks.
Yeah.
Aha!
Yeah.
All the YouTube guys.
So from a registration standpoint, there wasn't. Media was pretty consistent to previous years. The problem, and it's the problem why by day two, by day three for sure, by Thursday, everybody was like, okay, this is a good show. This is a good show. Talking about the industry side, right? Day one, they were a little bit concerned. What's happening? I think is you've got roughly the same amount of attendance from year to year to year. I mean, it ebbs and flows a little bit, but roughly the same amount. Well, what happened is the year after COVID, the COVID break, was a throwaway year. That was totally weird. A lot of companies didn't show, whatever. So last year was the first real year that we got a test of any type of attendance with the Caesars form being in play. Well, with the Caesars form being in play, you've now stretched the SHOT Show floor, massively stretched the SHOT Show floor. Not only have you done that, but you now have 2 points of coming into SHOT Show, right? The Sam's Expo and Caesars. So that's going to throw off the way that the traffic flows back and forth and how people navigate the show. And so a couple things are going to happen out of that. Number one, you're not going to run into, I don't think, nearly as many people as you would if the show was more compact. And number two, the industry folks, it's going to look like, because things are more spread out, even though you have the same amount of people, maybe even a little bit more, because it's spread out, it may not look like there's as much. But then after a couple of days, the industry is able to figure that out. They're able to go, oh, snap. Even though it looks like there's not as many people, we're still doing the same amount of business or more.
Yeah. And Antonio, Lipsy's doesn't make guns. They're a distributor. They just sell guns.
Now they do have, and I don't see his comments, so maybe kind of what he's alluding to. They do have their distributor specials that they have the companies make.
Yeah, customs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Davidson has some nice ones too. They have some. So that did y'all see the Glock 19X MOS?
I didn't even see that, bro. There's a lot of stuff I didn't see.
Yeah. That was a Glock. They've got a Glock 19 MOS now,
Mm.
and the Davidson's exclusive. That's the only way to get it.
The only reason I walked through the Glock booth was to see if I had heard they had a new booth, and I was curious if they paid any homage to Gaston since he passed away here recently. So I wondered, and that did happen. They had a big thing, a big picture and all on the wall, which was cool to see. But man, Glock ain't got no, and I'm not knocking Glock as far as the handguns. I own quite a few, and my EDC is a Glock 42. So, but as far as content creation wise, they can suck it, man. They're horrible to work with. They're a big company. They don't care. They don't care.
Yeah.
What we talking about, Dre?
Yeah, man.
I didn't even waste my time, brother. I didn't even waste my time.
Yeah, I had a horrible time trying to deal with them at the show.
I
At
ain't
range
wasting
day,
time.
it was cool, but at the show, it was terrible.
I've gotten one. I've gotten one to work with them. I got that Glock 44 back when it first came out to work with from them, and that was the hands down the most horrible experience as far as a company to work with. Dealing with T&E and everything with a firearm, without a doubt. And it shouldn't be. It's freaking Glock. That handgun cost them $25-$30 to make.
See, I didn't even go look at Smith & Wesson's booth, man. After the last few experiences I've had with them, I didn't even show them no love. I didn't even go.
Help me out here, man, because I'm a new YouTuber. Explain to me what it is when you say, like when you say like you didn't check out Smith & Wesson or Glock is horrible to work with. What do you look for when you go to certain companies? Like what would make it not horrible to work with?
Well, I'll tell you my experience. So if somebody says I had this happen recently, I'm going to send you a gun, but you need to ship it back to me in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? You're crazy.
Yeah.
Or you got to ship it back to me in 30 days, and you got to have at least 4 videos out within those 30 days. If you're gonna, prescribe what I have to do and have to send it right back, I don't want to fool with it. But if you say, hey, keep this however you want, send it back if you want, or we'll sell it to you at a discount. Just kind of do your thing and be you. That's who I want to work with. Like otherwise, you're just trying to rip me off and get it back real quick and take advantage of me.
Yep.
Now let me ask you this. So for the content creators, from the content creator side, if a company sends you a firearm, especially like you, who you got a huge channel, man. So I would think that most of these companies would just want to send you the firearm. And like Clover said, these guns don't cost them a ton of money to make. You would think that would be payment in return for.
Not me. Not in my experience. Almost all of them want them back. And as a matter of fact, I just had a company send me some guns, and their price to me was going to be more than I could go down to my store over here.
That happens a lot.
And buy them.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah.
Y'all are crazy. I don't want your guns. I don't even want to film them now. You're trying to rip me off.
Man, I'm blessed. And I don't know if it's the way I navigate the booth. I don't know if it's the way that I finesse the companies. I can't tell you. I mean, it's, again, much longer conversation. But I don't have a problem getting things to work with on a long-term basis, meaning I don't have to send it back. And notice I've never used the word, and I haven't in this show, and you'll never hear me use it, free. Companies don't send me shit for free, because anything they send to me, I put in the money and the time and the work. So, and maybe that's why. I can tell you that in talking with companies this year, I did, when I walked into booths that I'd never worked with before, one of the first things that they will come out of their mouth this year, and it was multiple times I heard this, like let them know, 15, 20 seconds on what I do, and they would immediately start to say, hey, we've worked with content creators in the past, and I would cut them off and finish their sentence. And I go, and they fucking screwed you over, right? And they're like, yep. And I'm like, I'm not that person. I'm going to do the work. I can give you references where I've done the work, and I think that makes a big difference. So the best advice I can give when people say, how do you get stuff to T&E? Well, first of all, go into that booth if you're a smaller channel, right? I'm not huge by any means, but I have massive amounts, and you guys here that know me know that this is true. I have massive amounts of opportunity and stuff for a channel my size. I shouldn't be able to do and have access to the things that I have access to. And it's because I don't approach things. I always go back to that relationship. I don't approach things with a new company first from walking in, tell them what I do, and I want something from them. I walk in, I approach them, I want to get to know them. I want to get to know their products. I want my followers, viewers, whatever, to get to know their products. Mm-hmm. That's my goal first and foremost. And then what plays out from there, whether we're talking about a meeting at SHOT, right, or meeting at NRA, or meeting at TriggerCon, or wherever it's at, I try to use that first appearance to break the ice, to start to kickstart a relationship, and then start communicating. And then maybe the next show, right? So the folks I walked into the booth at SHOT Show for the first time, I'll hit them back up at NRA, right? And at that point, maybe we talk about, they send me, some type of product to work with, And so when you're starting out, don't chase the quote unquote free stuff. And I hate using that word because it's not. Don't chase stuff to work with, right? Go in there and just be real, right? Tell them what you do. Tell them what your projects are, and then have a conversation about the trip of that show. Have a conversation about the products, man. And who do you probably nod with this too? There is no better butt kissing, I guess you could call it, or whatever you could do at a booth than walk into that booth and know almost more about their products than they do, right? And not only that, but love their products as much as they do, right? And have used their products as much as they do. Working with companies that use and love is super freaking easy to do because, they see your passion for that, right? And so, again, it's not about getting the stuff. Getting the stuff will come. Making the money, getting sponsorships, right? Getting money to put ad spots in videos. For as long as getting paid to go to these shows by companies.
RGG stupid.
All of these things will eventually happen. Just you got to slow roll.
And for me, like I went up to this one. It was a Chinese company, and they had weapon lights. They were some really nice lights, man. They was very well built. They're gonna compete with a lot of lights that's already on the market. And she came to me with, we want to work with influencers, so we would send you a product and pay you to make a video, and then give you the link so that you can post a link and people can use your affiliate link to shop, and that will help the channel make money from that link. You know what I'm saying? And that's the approach I think every company should have working with content creators, because we're your true advertisement. Most of y'all's products wouldn't even get out there if it wasn't for us making content on your products.
That's that's true, but that works like that in the perfect world. Like I think what Clover said is true about trying building the relationships up first. So for the record, I've never sent the gun back. As a matter of fact, I don't even want it if I gotta send it back. And I get it if it's something, super high end and maybe they're just sending around a demo model or something like that. But I've never sent one back before. So I don't even know how that program works. You get it and keep it 90 days or 30 days because I've never experienced it. And similar to what Clover was saying, I be having a lot of cool relationships and getting companies that want to work. And then I even said it in 2023, I think I was biting off more than I could chew, right? Because you don't have to be the biggest influencer in the world. Sometimes it's just about the amount of influence you have, the amount of engagement you have. So
a specific type of demographic, for sure.
A demographic, 1,000%. And then if you got an engaged audience that shows that they may be interested in products that you present, then it can work for you. So, but I think everybody's approach is going to be different, because I imagine who you guys been doing this for a long time, man. So there's a lot that I can learn from you just in general, but there's a lot I can learn from Lonzo, Dre, everybody. I think we have to be open to that. Show the other guy, your way might not work for me, and my way may not work for you. But one thing I can tell you that'll work across the board: relationships, everything.
I agree.
You build a relationship. If people like you or they can take a liking to you, you get a lot further that way. Because when you just going in saying, send me a gun or send me an optic or do that type of stuff, And I'm not gonna lie, early on, man, when I started, if somebody gave me something free, I felt like I was the man. I remember Clover put me on to some people a couple years ago, like some what was it, like some eBay people or Amazon people?
So yeah, some of those Amazon shows.
He's like, yeah, I don't really deal with these type of companies no more, but it might work for you. You just starting out.
That's a great place, and you probably agree with that. That's a great place for smaller channels to start out, for sure. You get experience. Not only do you get experience with working with product, but you get experience with communicating with companies and experience communicating with companies that are hard to communicate with, because all those are from overseas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because one of those Amazon companies was there. Fiati.
Oh, there's a lot of them there.
There's a lot of them that was there.
Yeah.
A lot.
CD,
trust me.
CD Life was there too.
Yep.
But no, it's some of those budget products that's quality. But I'll say this too, man. I think that is overwhelming. I think companies are catching on to that. Where influencers will come in and everybody just kind of wants something for free. Can you send me this? Oh yeah, well I got XYZ sending me this. And it makes it hard on everybody across the board, as opposed to trying to create partnerships or things that are mutually beneficial to both sides. Right. You can win that way if you can show that you have something that's beneficial to them.
Well, like I tell them, even if you send it out to me, even if you don't say just keep it, and I like it, I'm still gonna buy it from you. It's not coming back if I like it. So either either they'll say just go ahead and keep it, or they'll give you a price, and if that price is right, then you just buy it from them.
Now I'm 3 years in the game, so I don't have the Clover and Hootie Hoo experience, but I can tell you this right here. This the best advice I can give. Nobody ever gave it to me. I kind of figured this out on my own journey here. When you approach a company, doesn't matter who it is. I don't care if it's a gun company, a retailer, or whatever, accessories, whatever they do. When you approach them to work with them, they have the leverage. When they approach you, you have the leverage. Sounds simple, right? Like that.
Yep.
Like to me, it's profound. It's the realest shit you'll ever hear. When you you think you're telling them that you got something to offer, something, hey, you want to work with them, X, Y, Z, but you just gave them the leverage because you went in asking for something. So it's almost like, and they play it cool, but they can pretty much dictate how it's gonna go.
That's why you don't ask. I go back to that. You go about it a different way. You don't blatantly ask anyway. It's a lot like, we're all guys here, man. And John, you do this a lot like going to a bar and picking up chicks. It's the same way. You can hit on a chick, or a chick can hit on you. Chick hits on you, that's easy. It's pretty easy. But, you go out there and you're hitting on chicks. You better have the chops to back it up. You start bragging about the job you got, the money in the car. You better have that car sitting in the parking lot. Better be able to back it up. Otherwise it's going to fall apart. But, what you said earlier, and I appreciate when you said work with the company. I love that, because too many people, don't use that type of mentality, and they need to be. But what you said earlier about everybody being different is so true. But that benefits us, dude. Like, I can't tell you the number. There are, for the most part, I think all of us creators, for the most part, get along pretty good, even though we may not personally hang out with each other, be best friends, or even like the way that each other, does our content. We don't feel like we're competition against each other. We ain't out there trying to sabotage each other and that kind of stuff, which is good. The diversity we have, like, I wish I could make videos like Hootie. I tried. I ain't gonna lie. I went out on the range and turned on the camera and tried to get, in my Hootie Hoo mode, and I looked like an idiot, And it's like, screw that. I'm gonna delete that. And I'm gonna go back to my old way of doing videos, because I can't do it. I can't do it like him. He's got that style that I can't replicate. It's the Hootie Hoo thing, right? And it's the same way for all of us. We all kind of got our lane and got our groove and got our style. And from a company standpoint, I heard something, had a conversation with, she started earlier this year, or earlier, mid last year, I guess, is when she started, new marketing girl for Walter. So having a conversation with her, and she was talking about, that's the way that she likes to do business. She likes to get product out to as many different types of channels that she can get product out to, talking about the way that they do things, right? Like, she don't want channels that all they do is straight up reviews. She wants to get stuff out with channels that take things out and compare it, or take things out and get real technical with it, or take things out and just does fun things with it. She wants like a broad range of different types of content creators. And that's cool. And I think companies probably need to be looking at that more often, because they do have that at their disposal with as diverse as we are.
Well, when I had a meeting with Streamlight while I was there, they've been rocking with me since I had 200 subs. And she told me that they appreciated me because I wanted to have a relationship with them. And that's what they look for. They don't mind working with content creators, but if they feel like you're just trying to get a free like, they won't work with you. They want people that want to build relationships, and that's why my working with PSA. I've been working with them for so long because we have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I can right now. You know what I'm saying? We don't. But
again,
relationship.
So again, it goes back to the vast majority of creators that approach companies screw them over. They ruin it for all of us. And I hate saying that, but it is the absolute truth. you know. And so I go back to the picking up chicks almost analogy, right? With a relationship. So who do you trust more? Do you trust the chick that you just picked up to the bar and took back to the back to the hotel, whatever? Or do you trust the chick that you've been with 6 months? Which one you trust more? Usually it's going to be the one that you've had a relationship with for 6 months, right? You put in a little time, you've got to know them, that sort of thing. And it's just common sense. And companies are going to be the same way. You know, foster that relationship first, where that they feel that they can trust you because they've been screwed over so much. Now they feel that they can trust you, and once you establish that, man, you are freaking solid. You'll be able to work with anything and everything you want.
Yeah, and that's important, man. Just building relationships. Like all the people that I deal with, as far as like for ornament, the people that I get parts from, the people that do my FFL, I mean not my FFL, but my ATF variances for my receivers and stuff for. Everybody I deal with, I have a relationship with. We call each other on holidays, how you doing, you know, this and that, whatever. Or text or whatever. They call just to check in, say hi, see how you doing. It ain't always about business. And, you know, it's like that with a lot of people that I deal with stuff that I get in from the channel. I have relationships with these people. You know what I'm saying? So
I just don't think it's a cookie cutter thing in this thing for content creators. I think everybody kind of has their own way of finding success. I think when you are a bigger content creator, it makes it a little bit easier. I imagine Hootie who been doing this for a while, there's certain companies he can walk up to and it's really easy. He may just not want it, but you can get it real easy. Come on. When it comes to like weapon lights and things like that, I mean, that stuff is piece of cake. Now, guns may be a little bit more challenging, but I think the bigger the content creator, when people they look at your channel and they'll say, "Oh, guys got a nice size channel," you know, oftentimes they may want to give you a shot to do whatever it is that you do. Now, can you deliver? That's the other thing.
100%. Yep.
No, I'll put it this way: how my experience. So, I have a handful of companies that are sponsors, right? It's like 6 or 7 companies. Every single one of these, go back to the example of if you're asking or they're asking. Every single one of those companies I didn't go to. They came to me because one of their friends said, "Hey, I know this guy, Adam. He works hard. He's a great guy. He will not screw you over. You should work with him."
Yeah.
And that's back to what you were saying about the relationships. Every single company that I work with is because some other company met me somewhere along the way and they were friends with these guys and they said, "Hey, we know this guy. He will help you out and he's solid."
Yeah. Yep. That's true. That happens for me the same way. I agree.
I can't think of a single example where I took myself to a company and said, "Hey, I think we should work together." And I can't think of that happening one time for me ever.
Yeah. So that means you hold the leverage. That's why you got all that money. We won't talk about that tonight.
No.
I think he's the only full-time YouTuber on the screen.
That might very well be true.
Yeah. He rich. He live in a big mansion up in the hills.
No.
But you
I
know,
live in the same town you live in.
I think the other thing too, like for people that might be watching this and you talking about SHOT Show and content creator stuff, I don't know if a lot of people even realize that SHOT Show is really not set up for content creators.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's not even what it's about. I think with content creators, you just go in there to get in where you fit in. You know, trying to squeeze some juice out the onion, so to speak. You know.
Yeah. So there's always been press at SHOT Show, right? And I got some insight to this because I'm real good friends with G-Webs, with gun websites, and he's the OG, man. He was like one of the first, like him and FPS Russia was probably the first 2 gun channels even on YouTube back, 2005, 2006. And so he was one of the first quote-unquote gun tubers even going to SHOT Show. So if you think about it, video gun tubers going to SHOT Show, it's been less than 20 years. Less than 20 years. And as far as gun tubers going to SHOT Show, think about the technology and being able to film with cell phones, right? if you was a gun tuber in, let's just say 2010, right? You would probably take an actual cameras and stuff, not phones, to film on and stuff. You know what I mean? And then fast forward now, anybody with a cell phone can be a quote unquote gun tuber and potentially go to SHOT Show. So while it seems, I don't want to put this, while it seems like it's a no brainer that there's press at SHOT Show, the whole idea of gun tubers at SHOT Show is still a fairly new thing. And you got a lot of companies that they still, even after 20 years, haven't got on board with the idea of gun tubers. They spend thousands and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars with print media still, and they won't even touch gun tubers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of that too is self-inflicted for us. Because I go back to it again, a lot of that is because 80% of the gun tubers that approach companies end up screwing them over. So it's not because they prefer the print media, I don't think. It's because we have self-inflicted wounds on ourselves because of what. And so this is why it's important to have these types of conversations we having right here, and talk to each other and share our experiences, and try to, when we go to these shows, try to be as professional as possible and understand that our goal, yes, we may want to grow our channel. Yes, we may want to try to go full time. Yes, we may want to try to do all these things. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you will not get there unless you understand your purpose is to assist the industry. That's my opinion on it.
Oh,
but you are there to help them grow business, to help them make sales, to help them get more publicity. That's why you're there. Not for yourself, not to grow. You ain't there to grow your channel. You ain't at that show for that reason. Or you shouldn't be. If you are, you're there for the wrong reasons. And more likely it's going to come around and not only bite you in the rear end, but it's going to bite all the rest of us too, because it's going to give us a black eye.
Yeah, one bad apple can ruin it for everybody, man.
Well, what I in my experience is a lot of the companies that have gave me a chance to rock with me is because they like me. When they actually, because it's a way I go about presenting myself to companies.
It's a relationship, man. Right?
Yeah, it's a relationship. 100%.
There was chemistry.
100%.
There was chemistry with the way you walked into that booth. There was chemistry with who you talked with. There was chemistry with the conversation you had. It's a relationship. It started with a relationship.
I agree, and that's why that's been easier for me. Can't speak for everybody else, but in my experience, me doing it that way, building actual relationships, that's been the best way to do it, because they don't mind sending you 2 or 3 or 4, however, whatever you want, they'll send it out like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And let me add something to this, because I've seen so many new creators get tripped up on this.
Oh damn!
He hung up on us.
I was
until he come back. I'll say this too though. So I've been preaching this for a while, and I only preach it from my own experience, and I don't know if it'll work for everybody else. Mm-hmm. But so this is gonna sound cocky, but I don't mean for it to. It's just the truth. Oftentimes, getting product is easy. Mm-hmm. If the thought process is to go get a product, like a company send you something or whatever, that part of it is easy. The reason it's easy is because it's much easier for the company to do that. Like it's easier for them to send you. It never costs them to make it what they sell it for, right? So whatever it retails for, you looking at that thing like, oh, that's $300, but we don't know what it cost them to make it. But I bet you it was a lot less than $300.
Oh yeah, of course.
In their mind, if it only cost them $100 to do it, that's what they did. They just basically gave you $100, right, for you to go and advertise their product. So I started thinking about it like a different way and taking a different approach, like where, all right, how can we figure out how to get some revenue involved? When you start talking about sponsorship, right? Now, I'm not gonna jump all the way out the window here because I don't know the whole story, but I'm hoping you can help me with this. When we start talking about things along the lines of sponsorship, SHOT Show comes around, these companies are going to want you to be there, right? oftentimes they'll be willing to help you get there without us talking dollar amounts, any of that. But that's a true story, right?
Not my story.
Maybe not yours, but I mean, I see this.
Cost me a lot of money to get there.
See, for me, I be thinking like, look, when I talk to them, because Optic it ain't gonna pay not one bill in my house. Neither is that free gun. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's about understanding what it is that you have to offer, right? If I can say it's not gonna work with everybody, but there's ways for content creators to get money aside from AdSense. You know, there's different ways that you can go about it to help you outside of that, because we always want product because you always want to be able to do content. You know, so it's kind of it's a mixed bag, right? I need the product to do the content type thing, but you know, somewhere along the way, man, you got to start being able to get a few dollars out of it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, RGG. And I don't mean to cut nobody off, but I did have a company reach out to me, but I seen it too late. To offer to pay for everything. And by the time I seen it, I was like, well, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that is 100%. In my case, it's possible.
No, I
And
know
it's possible in anybody's case too, especially like and that goes along with saying if a company really rock with you, yeah, they want you there, they're gonna pay for you to come. Or let me say this, they'll be willing to pay for you to come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, for them to be willing to do that, you have to have that relationship built.
Yeah, of course.
Make it worth their while.
Yeah, 100%. Of course, 100%. But that's what that's what it's about too, especially when you and at that point, bro, it's not even all about the subscribers. It's about how you present yourself to that company, and if they really rock with you and look at your work ethic and see what you can bring to the table. Sometimes you don't even have to do with the amount of subscribers. It's about how they feel about you.
You can count on your hands. Well, I'm not gonna say you can count on your hands, but there's a limited number of YouTubers out there that are able to make enough money just via AdSense to make it make sense. So revenue has to come from somewhere else. Like you're not going to make enough once a month on YouTube to live off of. Now there's some of us that do, but you know, there has to be some additional ways for you to be able to generate income, right? So for me, I figured that out along the way. You don't have to go online and talk about it all the time, but I figured out along the way. You have to know what leverage you have. That every content creator got some level of leverage. So things from my live stream to my yearly event to just the channel in general creates another line of leverage where if you understand business to any degree, people count, man. 50 people count. So if you got 50 people watching this live stream and you can get those 50 people, you don't have to get all 50. If you can get 15 of them to be active, companies want that.
Right. And that's why, I don't mind affiliate links because I make more off affiliate links than I do off of the YouTube revenue. And so, hell, here lately, they won't even greenlight my videos. So, the ad revenue and the merch and stuff is where most of my money comes from YouTube.
So I'm gonna tell you, for me, links don't work. It's the promo codes for me that say if I had to choose, if and this got a lot to do if I'm willing to work with a company. If you don't want to give me what I know works for me, which is a promo code, then you don't like, because I'm telling you through experience, hey, this is what works for me. And then you saying no, then I can't rock with you. Because that link to me, I've made money off the links, but I make way more with the promo codes.
Yeah, and I have some promo codes too. But what I do is so I have a links and affiliates page. You know what I'm saying? And I have a link for that in the description of every video. You click on it, it takes you to my links and affiliates page, and then you click on whichever one you want to shop with. And then that gives us a kickback on the channel to help keep things moving. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, some of them also give me a discount code. And so if you put in, usually I use 357 fam. So you throw in that discount code, not only did you click that link and give me credit, you know, for you going there and shop, but you get a discount on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So like PSA, I do pretty good with them on my affiliate link because I have people that know I have that link. So
yeah, and then PSA is easy too because they doing deals every single day.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Every day.
Every time people go to PSA and shop, they use my link. And so I have that continuous revenue stream because I know people that buy all their ammo from there. They buy tons of guns from there. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, use my link before you go over there and shop. It don't cost you nothing extra. You're still going to get the same deal. You know what I'm saying? But you help out.
I'm out here doing bad, man. I'm doing it all backwards. I got to get my life together.
No, hey, no, for real, RG.
I got the attitude of, this is weird. Now, don't y'all judge me. But I had this attitude, and any company I ever work with will tell you this because I'm not afraid to say it. Like I say it to them that I'm not a salesperson. My job is not to sell the product. That's your job. My job is to make people aware of the product. Right? So
I agree.
That's where we partner at. Like I'm not out here to sell this for you. I don't work for nobody. So it's one of those things with me. Like it's because I get it, man. I can have running codes or whatever, and I don't even try to. It might sound like I'm hustling backwards, but I don't try to make money off the codes. The idea of that is to keep the audience active, right? So everybody that usually follows the channel, if they follow close, if they know you got a code over at Optics Planet or they know you got a code over at Brownells or whatever, these are things that people buy all the time. I don't necessarily need the kickback, but that's what keeps the relationships tight, right? Because people are going to use those codes consistently. So when I make a call over to one of these companies and say, hey, I got such and such going on, man. I was wondering if you guys like to get involved and help me out with that. It's usually a pretty quick yes because of that running
relationship.
You know what I'm saying? So it's but that's just like I say, things work different for everybody. You know, I imagine some of the people that's on like bigger channels, man, they get stuff going. You know, that what is it worth though? Think about this. If I had a product and I'm in the gun space, especially I'm in the hunting world, and I got something I can give to Hootie Hoo, who's one of the, you know, bigger names on the hunting side of this 2A space. It's got to be worth something to have him to promote or push my product to people that hunt. And he got a very active audience, right? Like people really go to him to see, you know, if this is good for hunting or whatever, if I'm going deer hunting or whatever the case is. So that there has to be some value on that, man. Like I just be trying to tell people that, like, you got to understand, you got to know your own value and then be confident enough to step up and say it, you know. Don't be worried that you're going to lose the deal if you.
Yeah. Facts. I agree with that 100%. And you always got to know, like you said, your value, bro. You can't, and that's why and that's another reason why some people like get mad if you charge for collabs. Now you got to look at it like this. It's business at the end of the day. Especially a lot of people do that. A lot of people. Because you got to understand where they work their way up to a certain position to where they don't have time. What are they going to gain doing the video unless they just rock with you genuinely? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I've been trying to.
I'm mixed. My opinion on that is mixed. I don't knock it. I mean, if you, I don't knock it, but I also don't think. See, it also don't hurt you either.
No, it don't. Oh, of course not.
Smaller guy.
Of course not.
You know, so there's a you know, a give and a take on that.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I like people that are humble. You know what I'm saying? So if this guy's got 200 subs and you got 5,000 subs or 10,000, 20,000, whatever, and he comes to you and say, hey, can we do a video? And you know he's up and he's trying to get his thing going. I don't see the problem with doing a collab with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the
It's
issue.
not.
Not if you're not sending that individual out of their way. Like you got
Right.
Yeah.
like I'll be
I'm
like,
having a
let's do
fly
a collab, man. I need you to fly
country
to
or something.
Chicago and then bring the guns and pay for the ammo. Then he looking at me like, what the hell wrong with you? But if I'm in your area, you know, I can come to your range and maybe we can do a video or something together. And it still may not always work, man. I can go.
Nah,
I can go
that
I
you
can
can't.
go to
Yeah.
Lonzo, and we can go do a video, and his audience may not connect to me. That's a possibility.
A big possibility.
That can happen, man. Everybody's.
I got an example of this.
Yeah.
So I won't say the name. I'll tell y'all offline if you want to, but there's somebody that you all know charging for shout outs on Instagram.
What?
Oh yeah. And I paid them. I got 0 new followers. And I know probably 50,000 people saw that shout out on Instagram. I got 0 new followers. And I was like, that was a waste of money.
Yeah.
But apparently all those people saw my picture were like, I don't care about that guy. I wouldn't hang out with him. But I don't know. I learned my lesson. And now I'll never pay for that again.
I believe it, man. I've seen it happen a bunch of times where it don't always pan out that way. That's why I don't think, you know, you got to know when you're doing collabs, you want to know that your audiences are similar. Like it's like, okay, well, maybe the people that rock with me will rock with that person or not. I didn't get to no level on YouTube really doing a lot of collab stuff like that. I always wanted to focus on the people that support what I got going on. And I still feel that way today. I don't care what goes on.
Personally, I look at collabs as a waste of time. I do them all the time for fun to get to know people.
Right.
And hang out with people that I like and people that I love.
Right.
But I go into collabs with 0 expectations of it helping me on a business level. I'm just doing it because I like the people and I want to hang out. You know what I mean?
That's how I am too. And another thing, and I tell these companies too, don't just because I do a video, don't expect just because I got a certain amount of followers that they are all gonna go buy. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that in most cases.
Hell, I don't know if anybody's gonna buy anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not. Nobody knows. You just say that you like something. There's some things I joke about this a lot, and then a lot of times it's not really a joke. Like there's some things I just genuinely like. Like it could just be something. It could be a gun or something I saw that was dope, and I just like it. I don't need to make no money on it. I'll buy it. Like I like it that much that I rock with it. And if I can work with a company, that's a plus because I really like it. Stealth Arms, the Platypus was one of them. That was just a gun that I thought was dope. Like there was no joke about it. I thought it was dope. And then to find out that the people were, I didn't know if he was going to be cool people or how they were going to respond, but it worked itself out. But I think then there's those products that you'll get and you'll do it because it's business. So if I'm just posting a lot of stuff like you, most times when I'm posting something though, like I don't even do Instagram like that crazy. 9 times out of 10, if I'm posting it, there's some business involved somewhere.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times. It's rare that I'm just randomly I just went and took some content and I'm posting that. Nah, no man. That's like
not gonna waste my time. A lot of the companies that I rock with, bro, is because I genuinely want to work with them and I genuinely like their product. A lot of the companies I work with is because I like them. And before I even was watching YouTube, I wanted their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Type deal. So,
and that's fair.
Right. And so, that's like, fair. I rock with people, man. You know, I'm friends with Lonzo, RGG, Hootie Hoo. I'm friends with all y'all. You know, Yoki, all these different people that I met through YouTube. But at the same time, I have other friends that y'all don't necessarily know that have way smaller channels than any of us, even myself. And I'm a small channel compared to any of y'all. that will want people to reach out and just hang out with them, get to know them, get game from them. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of times, and I'm not talking about y'all, but I feel like a lot of times when people get to a certain level, they won't talk to you if you're down here.
That's some bullshit.
And so
I don't mind giving people the game, bro. Especially if I see you really trying, like you're not bullshitting. I don't mind giving you the game at all. You know what I'm saying?
I tell them quick, I don't know the game, man. I don't know it. Like now, I do consider myself to be a little business smart. Sometimes people think I'm slow. I'm really not. I got a real mind for business, but at the end of the day, I don't know any of that stuff. I know what works for me.
Yeah.
I can't necessarily tell you what'll work for you, but I'll tell you, hey, I did this, I did A, B, and C, and it works. I know relationships are important. So typically when I meet people, and I ain't just talking about companies, it could be other influencers, man. I'm always trying to be respectful. It's a lot of hard work going into this. Y'all know that. Like, it's tough to keep up with content and trying to do it. It's not easy. It can get expensive, all of that stuff. So when I meet people, man, I'm always respectful. Man. People be like, man, all these people, your channel should be bigger. But when you think about it, I've never really done things with the people that I know to try to grow my channel. Most of these people, I just have relationships with them. We just talk. Either we talk on the phone or we, you know what I'm saying? We talk when we see each other, whatever. But I usually have pretty solid relationships with these people. But I don't try to ask them to do anything. They had to bust their behind to get where they at. So that's what I'm doing.
I respect that. I respect that.
I feel like we all had to bust our ass to build our channels.
Yeah.
For you to get, X amount of subscribers because you feel like you up here and I'm down here, that should mean that we can't talk and communicate.
Yeah.
And I look at, no offense, Hootie Hoo, because you my brother, but most of the white guys will not talk to us. There's a lot of them that won't talk to us.
Until I feel like until like they meet you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They get to really see you face to face and be like, oh damn, because I done fucked up a lot.
You just got on a touchy topic right there. However, it's kind of true. See, I agree and I disagree. I think that's what I always talk about. And they be like, nah, you're giving excuses. No excuse. I think it's just a cultural disconnect. Like there's just, we didn't grow up the same. We don't grow up in the same places. So if we don't communicate to get to know one another, who wouldn't know I was a cool guy if he didn't ever take the time out to talk to me? I wouldn't know he was a cool guy. We might just walk past each other and he might say, I've seen that guy's channel before. And I'd be like, I've seen that guy's channel before. And you don't say shit. And then you're thinking he don't like you or, he don't like black people or he don't like white people. You think you don't know until somebody got to break the ice. And the problem happens is when people, and this ain't just black gun tubers to white gun. This black YouTubers to black YouTubers or anybody. Oftentimes people don't like to be the one to break the ice. So then it just creates this narrative, right? You'll come up with your own ending to the story. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt that way, but I went to think about this, man. This has been a thing forever. We talked about the Gundys. And people hear me talk about that all the time. When I looked at video from did you go this year, Hoodoo?
Yeah, I went.
What would you say the ratio in the room was white to black? Look at that smile.
I don't remember seeing one black guy in there. There might have been, but I don't remember seeing any.
So it's just culturally disconnected.
Oh,
it's just
aside from Twista being being an announcer.
Yeah. So there you go. So you got a hand, basically you can count on one hand how many black people you will see there, and that's been 2A forever, man. Like it's just culturally disconnected. But I will say that I've met quite a few guys, white guys, and everybody's been pretty respectful when you do meet them. Like I don't know, man. I'm not even here to judge people. I just think that we got to do better, not only as content creators, but you got to be willing to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish I had all the Hey,
You know, hey,
that's his signature.
you know,
Right?
a lot of the shit I say just pop up in my head, and I just say it, bro. Hey, bro, how you come up with that, bro? I just was talking, and that shit came out on the video.
Hell,
Hey,
we
I ain't
went to
gonna lie.
eat dinner.
I'm gonna get some props for a minute. Lonzo got the only channel in the history of me watching YouTube that I will rewind his intro before I watch the video.
Oh yeah,
Appreciate that, bro.
He the only one. Boy, that's and it be. I don't be knowing whether to laugh, and if you listen to him, he really giving you a real message.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he really throwing you a real message, and it's so cold how he memorized it to a T, and he just said like it's nothing. I just like, well, let me go watch that again. I ain't gonna lie, I be laughing, bro, but it's dope though, man. He got that.
Appreciate it,
I
bro.
think that makes people lock into what you have going on.
But it's
Appreciate
funny
it.
because when you meet Lonzo, like when I introduced him to Queen, I was like, Queen, this is Lonzo, Lonzo, this is Queen. He's like, it's pistol packing Zoe. I love to let him go. And everybody you introduce him
that's
to,
just his thing. Like that ain't that's just his thing, and he do his thing, man. I think that's okay. I think there's a lot of people that have their little niches, I guess, and that's what make you like them,
Mm-hmm.
Because people wouldn't be watching your channel if they didn't like you.
I agree.
Who was that? That was Mark. Shout out to bro too. I just met him. That's Gucci Glock.
Gucci Glock Mark, yeah.
He cool, and I think that was something he said. I never met this brother before. It was my first time meeting him, but that was something that stuck to me when he said, he was like, yeah, he was talking about his channel. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna start this new channel. I'm gonna talk about this because I think people rock with me. It's not really about the content of the product I'm talking about. They like me, so I could talk about anything, and they gonna rock with me. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
If people like you, they'll rock with you.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
No matter what content you're doing.
When I started going to the gathering, that's when I started really connecting with a lot of the big white guys. Again, no offense, Hootie Hoop. You know, you my guy. So I got to meet Suits and Guns and Gear, John Crump, all these guys. And now I have relationships with a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm starting to build those relationships with these dudes. What's my guy's name? Legally Armed America. Paul, that's a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a copy of his book and signed it and everything. His book is dope. If you haven't read his book is dope. But it's like we need to bridge that gap, man. We all need to come together. We all out here for the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We're all here for the same thing, to make good content and to have fun, man. And make some money too, But for me, I didn't start YouTube for money. Hell, when I started YouTube, I didn't even know you can make money on YouTube.
I did. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with you, brother. It started with me watching. I was like, man, I could do that shit. And one day I went by I looked GoPro and started doing it.
Yeah,
I didn't
know you can make money on YouTube.
Shit, I did. I did. Shit.
But when I learned.
Yeah. Once I learned, I started doing stuff to generate some income. But my channel, whether I make money from YouTube or not, my mindset for YouTube is still the same. I just want to put out videos for my people, because the whole thing that got me doing YouTube was I bought a firearm and I couldn't find any content on the internet about that firearm. Mm-hmm. And so I just made my own. That was my first video. And that video has, I think, like 50,000 views or whatever. But nobody made a video about that particular gun. And so for me, it was like, I want to help people out here that might be in that same situation. So I just started getting guns and doing videos. And then I found out about the YouTube partner thing, and I was like, what is this? I'm like, oh, dang, I can make some money on here. So I just started, I set that whole thing up. And that was when you could be at 100 subs and monetize your channel.
Damn, that was back in the 70s, wasn't it?
Shit.
Yeah, you can be at 100 subs and monetize your channel.
Hell no, I don't even.
And then I was in the process of getting my watch hours up, and they changed it to 1,000. But I was already in the YouTube partner program, So they never took my verification away, and they never kicked me out of the program. They just let me sit there until I built everything up.
Do you ever think about how, as content creators, I'm just asking y'all this now, y'all got me playing interviewer. As content creators, do you guys ever think about how people view you from the outside? You know who you feel like you are.
You want to be honest with you?
Do you ever think about how, like, your supporters? I'm not just talking about
okay.
and everybody, and you can't. Everybody not gonna love you or like you, but
About to say, I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
I'm
I'm talking about
sorry.
the supporters. Though. You ever think about
But
how
the supporters. I'm gonna say, first of all, if they on the channel, they subscribe and they actually watch, they mean they really rock with me.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm a person that's always been real, and what I promote on my channel and what I'm doing and what you get on YouTube is actually me. So I feel like I'm not doing them a disservice anyway because you getting me. So if they on there rocking with me, then they rock with me. So I don't ever think about, oh damn, what they gonna think if I do this or that. You know what I'm saying?
I always think like my thought process is a little awkward because I always want to be so as a person that'll watch YouTube, right, or watch people, you kind of become a fan of some of the people that you watch or whatever. And I always wanted to like dig deep and see what these people was really about, or we don't get to know kind of the industry inside. There's no voice for the people. That was something I always wanted to do. It sounds crazy because if you said it, people be looking at you like, what the hell you mean you want to be a voice? I always wanted to kind of be like that liaison with the people. Like when somebody would be like, yeah, I watched this person's channel and I want to bring them people on the channel. Now you can get to see the real side of that person. Or, and then I always want to be, I don't want to be overly accessible to everybody. The bigger, the more you grow, you're not going to be able to be.
Yeah.
But I still try to be, just one of the people. Like I use my channel as a learning tool. Man, I be learning so much shit. I could do a live chat and be learning like I'm in class. Even though I got the platform, but I allow everybody to be a part of the platform. So my biggest enjoyment of YouTube is knowing the names, getting familiar with people that ain't necessarily YouTubers.
One thing I respected about you and your channel, when you first started doing live, and I try and do it sometimes, but it gets overwhelming. So I just wait. Like if they comment, hey, what's up, everybody? I pop it up on the screen to acknowledge them because I don't want to interrupt people every time. Yeah. But you acknowledge every single person that came in. And I always respected that. And then the fact that, you made the chat section fun in the lives. You know what I'm saying? You was the first one to build a chat where I felt like it was literally family, to where when we actually come together in person, it's like, oh, what's up, my homie? You know what I'm saying? Everybody be gumming up, hugging each other and stuff. Ain't no handshakes. Everybody hugging. You know what I'm saying? At the meetup. And so you built a strong family. I ain't even gonna call it friends. You built a family in the chat.
But it's dope though. But look at how much it spreads around. That's why I be getting mad when they be like, oh, that's the RGG squad. I don't believe in that either because I watch people go and support everybody. It created a community. So when people see people they like, they go and support them. To me, that just goes a long way, man. Like it's dope to me. And when I be going to the meetups the same way. Be like, oh, I don't think people there to meet. I'm there to meet people as much as they there to meet me.
Yeah.
I never understood. I never felt like I was big or nothing. But when like I have people around me when I go places and then people recognize me and say something, they be like, damn, bro, how you feel like a regular fucking person? Like I don't feel like I made it, bro, at all, bro, because I haven't.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I definitely ain't
I haven't. You know what I'm saying? Not nowhere near close. I'm still punching a regular clock. You feel me? So nah.
And I'd be uncomfortable when people say, and I hate to say this because I don't want to make nobody else feel uncomfortable, but I do get a little uncomfortable when somebody be like, "Oh man, I be watching you on YouTube. I'm a big fan." you know, if that happen when that happens to me, I'd be like, man, chill out, like slow it down a little bit. You're gonna make people think I'm somebody I'm not, man. Or people be like, you want to take a picture, and it's like, at first I was weird about it. I'd be like, nah, man, I'm like, we can talk though. I don't want to take no picture. That make you look like you. That make you look like you acting.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm just not big enough for you to be saying let's take a picture and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But now I see that people do watch us, man. So you got people that'll be like, you know, they really support what you got going on. So I don't never want to make anybody feel.
Yeah. I'm cool with it, but hey, on the highway, leave me alone, please.
Yeah, please.
You gonna make me nervous. I'm not
leave me
that
alone, please.
Stop me in the car.
Cause I'm gonna take it the wrong way. I'm gonna take it the wrong way,
He's
Jack.
famous down there in Texas. See, to me,
I'm gonna take it the wrong way. Leave me alone.
I gotta be at something gun related.
Yeah.
I'm either at the gun store, the gun range, or
I don't like when I'm on the highway. I don't like
regular
that.
lifestyle, man. I'm good. I go to Walmart, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Don't nobody know me.
Now I tell you, who has a very distinctive voice. So I've been following this dude for years, seeing him on Hank Strange's podcast and stuff. And so the first time I met him in person, I was at work, bending down, putting something on the shelf. And he said, "Hey, man."
Now you could have just said you was at work. But go ahead.
Whatever, man. Shut up, man. But he said something. I just looked up like, that's who. But I didn't realize I was going to be looking at a tree.
Yeah, he tall as hell,
man. He tall as hell, bro.
That's why I don't never take pictures with him. I see him every time I see him. We just talk and walk. I don't want because it make me feel bad. You know, you take the picture, then it's like he laughing and looking at you like this. So I just be like, forget it, man. I'm just gonna say what's up to my buddy.
But I can say everybody on this panel right now is the same off the camera as they are on the camera.
I cuss a lot more off camera.
Boy, me too. Me too, boy.
I cuss a lot.
Me too. I love to cuss. I love to cuss. You can give me them, please. Yeah, I love to cuss.
I like this though. It's a peace of mind for me. I like to do the live streams. I like to do the content too. And you know, I be learning so much, man.
Hank Strange is still around, boss. He stopped doing his live shows on YouTube. He does them on. It's called it used to be called Utreon. It's called something else now. Player. So he does them. He records them over there so they can handle the guns and stuff, and then he just uploads them back to YouTube. But he's still doing this thing, and he does more car content than he does gun content now.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all something. If it was one content creator you can work with, who would it be? Like collab, do a video with.
Gun content creator or any content creator?
Any. Okay, no, I'll tell you what. Give me a gun tuber, and then give me just one person if you could, you'll do a video with.
Damn. I'm gonna let somebody else answer first. Because my answer was gonna sound real. It was gonna sound real crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna go first then.
Go ahead.
As far as gun tubers, and I'm gonna tell you the reason behind it. Tony D2 Wow. Because before I even started doing YouTube, my channel was actually supposed to be about fashion, shoes, clothes, and all that stuff. So
it ended up being cars.
I would watch that. So to see Tony D2 Wow doing guns now, I was like, damn.
Who? I don't even know who that is. That's crazy.
Tony D2 Wow, yeah, he's blowing up pretty. I ain't gonna say blowing up. He already got a big channel in the sneaker world. But his gun channel, he almost at 100K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His sneaker channel is like at almost 800,000. So he pretty big, you know. That would be the gun YouTuber. He got some shit too. Far as just anybody, probably Dun Trip, a rapper.
I know
he a rapper that
boy, Dun Trip, letter to my son. I'll go way back.
Man, Dun Trip, bro, if I could shoot with anybody, that's my favorite rapper.
Yeah.
If I can shoot, and he actually fuck with guns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, he do. Yeah. So like be at the range and everything. So that'd probably be like the one person I would do the two people I would do a video with.
I'm gonna be honest. The one I've always wanted to do a video with, and it's because his channel is so damn goofy, but he got so much stuff and he does so much weird shit with guns, is Matt Carricker, Demo Ranch.
Demo Ranch, yeah.
Yeah. And then as far as anybody else, to be honest, I would love to go out and do a video collab with Houston Croson. He owns Royalty Exotics in Las Vegas. He has a channel called Houston Croson. He owns Royalty Exotics. He's got his rental car company. All he rents is Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bentleys, shit like that. But he's a big 2A guy, and he has a huge gun collection. And sometimes they'll just take all of his guns out in the middle of the desert, take a bunch of supercars out there, and they just go shoot guns.
That sounds dope. Damn. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, man, that's a tough question. So away from the gun stuff, see, I'm into other stuff like I'm real deep into like music and just that business of hip hop stuff. Like I would want to do, but I would want to do something like with the $1 million worth of game guys. I love to go on the podcast like Gillian Wallow and
Gillian, that's dope.
So that would be something I want to do away from guns.
That would be dope though. That would be that would be real dope. I can see you doing it.
Or even like a DJ Academics or people like that. Like I would love to go and just chop it up with them guys. Now and then on the gun side, I don't know, man. See, I feel like on the gun side, I don't know. I feel like I've been around so many people.
You have.
That is who won't do a video with me, but outside of that.
Hey, I ain't even done a video with Hootie Who, and we live in the same damn city.
I've been around so many people.
He reviewed one of my guns though.
Yeah.
But no,
I
man.
like that Bing Bang.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I done shot with Lonzo. I done shot with GHG, Rambo, Yogi.
Yeah.
Twister,
everybody. I can't even.
I ain't gonna lie. He's another person that I would love to shoot with too as well. If we can have an honorable,
that's that difficult to make it happen. Like
I don't think it would be, but I'm just saying, as far as how much of a legend he is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That would be dope to shoot with him. That would be really dope.
I think what makes it even doper too is that just being open in the 2A space, coming from a whole nother world. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and then being open in the 2A space. Yeah,
that would be dope. That'd be dope. Because when I seen him, I was like, damn, he like guns. That was pretty cool seeing that. You know what I'm saying?
Because, man, it's so many rappers and artists, not just rappers, but artists that's into firearms, but just not openly.
I tell you, somebody who's wide open with firearms, he be open carrying like a mug. Damn, Post Malone.
Yeah, I know. I heard he pretty.
He heavy in the guns.
Yeah.
And your boy, what's the rapper? He actually did a video with Demo Ransom a while back. Money Man.
Money Man, yeah, I seen that. That was dope.
Yeah, but Money Man, he's another one. But yeah. So I thought what was dope a Twister. So he was at the first meetup, the second meetup in Nashville. But at the meetup in Thomasville, Georgia, when he came, that dude brought like a condo worth of guns. And people would walk up to him and be like, man, that's a dope gun. Oh, if you want to shoot it, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These was like $6,000-$7,000 guns. He just let them shoot them. He didn't care.
Yeah, he got that pressure for real.
Yeah, he got some pressure, boy. If you wanna have a flex off on a gun collection, I wouldn't pick him.
I definitely wouldn't. Yeah, I can. Yeah. I got some. I got some shit, but yeah, not on. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to flex off of him.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, nah, brother. Yeah. He got some true race guns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
This gun collection, man, was crazy. They like, man, you must have got a condo over here on the table.
That's what's up, though. Yeah, I like seeing that. That's dope. That's dope.
When are you coming to the meetup? We were trying to get you there for 2 years.
I told
Oh, shit,
RGG
I'm
I was
back.
going to
Yeah,
try
I
to
go.
make it to the next one.
Yeah, man, that'd be great.
I can't remember what I was doing when it was in Nashville, but I was out of town or something.
I think it was NRA weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it was. I was in Houston, I think.
Yeah.
Or NRA.
Yeah, I went to. Yeah, when I missed the event, I ended up going to NRA, and that was like a last minute decision. I'm like, well, hell, I can't make the RGG. Well, fuck it, I might as well go this. It's down the street too.
Hey, when
Hit
it's
the
local,
road. You know what I'm saying?
like that, bust a move, man. You know, I tend to not get upset with people when they can't make it. But I think with what we're doing with the award show, man, I want to start getting as many of you guys out there. I mean, you remember, Lonzo, when we did the first
Oh yeah,
one, it wasn't even meant to be anything, but it was so dope.
Man,
Think about
how
the
it's
names.
grown since then, bro. I'm proud of you, man.
Thanks, man. But think about the names we had out there.
Yeah,
I mean,
we had
including
some big
yourself.
names out
Think
there.
about the names that were there at that first one. And their channel, everybody's channel wasn't as big as it is now. Fast forward a few years, man, that was a star-studded cast out there.
It really was.
You know what I'm saying? So it's and I think it can only get better as we do stuff like the award show. And every time people come to it, you know, they always want to come back. It's just a warm feeling, man. I think everybody just show love and support one another and joke, laugh, drink, talk. It's just one of them.
So who your guys you want to collab with?
Here we go.
I'm gonna be honest. Before you answer this question, I'm gonna say this right now.
You know he gonna be
based
honest.
off your reaction to everything, who probably gonna be like, you know what? Really nobody.
So I gotta be real careful about what I say, but if they have a big gun channel, I've met them and I've hung out with them. And I'm gonna be quite honest, most of them are pieces of garbage that will not pick up the phone unless you have a check to write them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And there's not that many people that I would want to hang out with, literally. But if I had to pick one, I'd pick Ron Spomer. Any of y'all heard of Ron Spomer?
No.
He's an old school hunting guy. He comes, you know, he did what we do now back when it was writing a magazine article, but in the hunting space. So he's old school. He's probably 70 years old, and he now does YouTube. But we were actually born in the same hospital, but in South Dakota. But he's like 70, I'm like 35.
Oh wow!
But that's the gun one. He's a hunting guy, Ron Spomer. The non-hunting one is Vice Grip Garage. I'm big into cars.
Oh yeah.
Vice Grip
I love cars too.
And he actually lives up the street from me where my mother-in-law lives. I ran into him at the gas station, and he talked to me just like I was another regular dude. He's a cool guy.
That's the
but yeah, literally, like I'm a big introvert, not because I hate people, but most people aren't worth knowing. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's so true. That's a real ass shit right there. Man.
Like,
that's a real ass shit.
This is how I kind of think about it. Like, if I wouldn't let you babysit my kids, I don't really even want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that.
I tell people sometimes, like, so I go into when I meet people, in my brain, I've automatically told myself, you're an asshole.
I'm big one.
You prove to me that you're not an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I mean,
you met me being an asshole, Dre.
Dang.
Yeah,
I'm the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah,
I love everybody, but yeah, I've met a lot of people, and pretty much everybody's no good.
Yeah, the reason I have that mindset, man, is because if I go in and in my head I'm already thinking you're an asshole, and you turn out not to be an asshole, then it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like a surprise. You know, it's like, all right, cool. He really legit. You know what I'm saying? He a real one. But if you turn out to be an asshole, then it's no surprise because I was already thinking that anyway. So it's just how
my problem is, and I don't even know if I want to get better at it. I just don't know how to treat people like they're on a higher level. I've never learned that. Like when I talk to people, I will talk to everybody the same. Like I don't care how famous you are, how many subscribers you got, I don't care about any of that. And it don't make me. I'm not being on no cocky stuff. I just feel like we all men or we all grown ups, man. Let's just, when I see you, I want to be able to chop it up and feel comfortable talking to you. If I can't, then I feel like it's you. Some people can't deal with that. Some people can't deal with that kind of realness. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
I agree with you. Yeah, I'm with that. I feel you on that.
Yeah, it's like when I met Guns and Gear at the gathering. First thing I said to him, I walked up to him, I was like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "What's up?" I was like, "Man, I thought you'd be bigger." And he looked at me. He was like, "I don't even know how to take that." I'm like, I'm just saying. I thought you'd be bigger. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever. I just treat everybody like a human.
But I will say this though, it's gotten me. I feel like I respect everybody I ever meet, so I think it gets reciprocated most of the time. Like most people respect me when they meet me. It's always a cool thing. You can go like now when I go to the meetup, it'd be the funniest shit ever, man. Because people will walk up to me and say anything.
Yeah.
When I say anything, I mean anything. Like they, first words out their mouth. Yeah, your head big as hell. Like it looked big online, but your shit big in real life, and you be like, damn, it is. And I don't like your shoes, And then what's your name again? It'd be that type of shit. So, but I like that. I like when people feel comfortable around people, man. YouTube done brought me a lot of cool stuff, man. Like when I say like meeting people, I go to Atlanta, man. I feel like I got new cousins when I go to Atlanta now.
I think one of the dope.
I'm gonna be in Atlanta. I'm talking about everything is on point. Hey, listen, the gun show over here, I got guys meeting me. They'll be like, man, go to this spot. This is where you need to be eating at. Let me know if you need anything. You know what I'm saying? I flew down here without a firearm. You need something, it's a lot of love, man. And it's like that in other cities too. Like I go, and a lot of that happened through YouTube, where people just make you feel comfortable when you get to their city. And that's dope. And I be wanting to do the same thing, but not a lot of people come to Chicago.
Now I'm not. I've been one time. Yeah. It was too cold and windy.
That's for damn sure.
I got some good pizza though. Pizza was fire, boy.
My man, I appreciate that.
I think
like I told you, I'm coming to Dallas, man. So I know you're gonna hold me down. I
for sure. Let me know when you come down.
Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah. I think $2 giving you them $2 was one of the greatest moments ever.
I never forget it. I never forget it, man. A lot of that stuff I never forget, man.
It's little shit like that
lasts forever. Yeah. Yep.
Little stuff like that, man.
But so man, hopefully we get Hootie Hoo out to the next meetup.
Yeah.
He can
get us out there, show us some stuff on his boat actions and shoot a sky 100 yards, stuff like that,
Yes. I'll bring all my skies.
You got all of them, don't
you? What's going on with Sky, man?
I don't know. So I don't fool with them anymore. It's the girl I knew that worked there took a job somewhere else. So I haven't talked to them in probably like 2 years. I don't know.
I haven't even seen them release anything or
they dropped that little Striker Fire joint. And I haven't really heard that.
How long ago was that though?
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. All they've been doing lately is making it leopard print and putting jewels on them and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, at least High Point dropped the YC9. I got one of those. Damn, you can.
Southwest Ohio, Hollow Point, just outside of Dayton, Miamisburg, Ohio to be exact.
Yeah, Hollow Point been out of the loop for a minute, so he got to get caught back up on some shit.
Yeah, if y'all out there, you in Ohio, man, and you want to come to a nice gathering, 2A gathering. I think it make your way out there. It'd be a lot of fun.
Man, we've been on here for a little over 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, man. Before I get in trouble, I just want to stop by and support, man.
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
all that SHOT Show talk. It's pretty cool, but I'm exhausted from SHOT Show. I just got back a few hours ago.
Yeah,
That's a
some of the
long
people in
ass
the
flight,
chat.
man.
Man,
So, and I'm usually so cheap, so I fly Spirit, right? I'm not ashamed to say it. And I even pay for the internet when I go to Vegas because that shit is 4 hours, man.
Yeah.
I cannot. I ain't no way I can be with no internet or nothing for 4. That's too long. Not on a flight. I'm just sitting on a plane.
Well,
I'm
when we
just
flew out to Vegas, it was 5 hours, I think, for us. But we had a stop. But we had a stop in Kansas City.
Oh yeah, I ain't doing no non-stop for me.
Yeah, so we didn't have to get off the plane. We stayed on the same plane. We just had to stop and let some people off and pick some people up. But we sat there for like an hour. And then coming back, we was nonstop. But it was still, even nonstop, it was like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, man. But I like the idea of having that Wi-Fi on there, man.
You better fly Southwest next time.
I did that. It was either American Airlines or Southwest. One of them, and that's perfect. On the way back, I had to download some stuff from Netflix to watch.
Yep.
Shoot.
That's what I did.
I just paid the $15, man. I was on Instagram, YouTube, everything.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, it was good seeing you brothers, though, man. I got a chance to see all of y'all at SHOT Show, so it was definitely good seeing y'all, man. We all got a chance to chop it up to some degree.
Yeah, some degree, yeah.
Y'all go around and drop y'all's information for everybody so they can go subscribe.
My name is Hootie Hoo. I got over 300K now. So. No, I'm good with that, man. It's your live, brother. I hope that some of these people know me already. If not, then it's all good. I'm happy to meet them. I see a lot of people here I don't know either.
Yeah.
I see Queen. What's up, Queen?
Yeah, you know Queen here. Who you want to shout out your channel? Your information so they can go follow you?
Yeah, I mean, just like it is right there. If you put that into Google, it'll pop up. We do all the things: Instagram, YouTube, all that. A lot of the stuff I do is hunting and bolt action stuff, but we do pistols, ARs, a little bit of everything. But yeah,
he be hunting. So he be all out in the cold, shooting turkeys and deers and chickens and all types. He shoot everything.
That stuff you can utilize when the shit hit the fan, because it's gonna hit the fan one of these days. For sure. So I for sure need to get at least some type of practice and being able to do something. Cause it's gonna happen. But I am your boy Saifu Lonzo, aka Pistol Packing Zo. Hey, I like to let them go, man. Yes, indeed. And that's on all social media platforms. Saifu Lonzo, yes, indeed.
Hell, who got a whole deer over there? He got
a whole damn. That's your tail, right?
All right, y'all.
All right, brother. Be good, man.
Yeah, that's crazy right there.
Hey, man, every time I see Who's name, I think of some damn Dungeon Family Outcast shit.
Y'all wow. Hey, man, like I said, good to see y'all, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Dope, good to see everybody, man. I'm about to go get me some rest and watch some good football tomorrow.
Y'all brothers be good. Everybody in the chat be good. We out of here. Deuces.
All right,
let me shut